President Ruto's diplomatic pivot, navigating Africa's representation at Italy summit. President William Ruto has justified his participation in the recent Italy-Africa summit, a move that comes months after he strongly criticized the practice of summoning African leaders to foreign capitals. In a post-summit statement from Rome, the Kenyan leader softened his previous stance, expressing support for a more practical approach of selecting a group of leaders to represent the continent. Acknowledging the nuanced nature of the Italy-Africa summit, President Ruto remarked, "I have previously observed that an invitation extended by one country to all 54 African nations did not necessarily serve Africa's best interests. However, those of us present at this conference, representing our colleagues, find it different and inspiring due to the pragmatic approach you have taken, Madam Prime Minister." President Ruto joined several other African leaders at the Italy-Africa summit, hosted in Rome, which is the latest in a series of similar gatherings held in various international capitals, including Beijing, London, Moscow, Brussels, New Delhi, Riyadh, and Washington. In April of the previous year, President Ruto expressed his displeasure at being treated like school children during such events, advocating for representation by the African Union. He reiterated this sentiment when he skipped the Russia-Africa summit in July. However, during the Rome summit, President Ruto attended as the chairman of the Committee of African Heads of State and Government on Climate Change, CAHOSC. In his statement, he defended Africa's right to extract fossil fuels while cautioning against economic dependence on them, stating, "I firmly believe that no African country can be asked to halt the exploration of its natural resources, including fossil fuels. But that does not mean that it makes economic sense to build a dependency on fossil fuels in our economies. True non-predatory cooperation should ensure that African countries are not left with a stranded asset." Notable leaders present at the Italy-Africa summit included Somali President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, Comoros leader and African Union Chairperson Azali Assoumani, Tunisia's Kais Saied, Senegal's Macky Sall, and Denis Sassou Nguesso of Congo-Brazzaville. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, motivated to address the issue of illegal immigration from Africa, extended an offer to the continent's leaders, pledging an initial 5.5 billion, 965 billion Kenyan shillings, and emphasizing a cooperative partnership. However, Italy, grappling with the highest influx of migrants from Africa, recorded around 157,000 arrivals last year, according to the European Commission, with many reaching the shores on precarious boats off the coast of North Africa. Thank you for your time.